all right. I think we're just about fully set up here. Just about. A few things we gotta sort of orient right here. Ableton. I'd like to recover my work? No. That was not the strike we wanted. As it is, we have our sort of out of view here, chilling in our fireplace. We have a gong here. It's actually a gong we've had set up for a while, which for the last while, I haven't been going on the streams for about 6, 7 days now, which is quite a period. But fortunately, I feel evidently I've been doing lots of psychedelics and a lot of reflection on what I desire to invite, absorb, and really just engage in my life. Be it sort of like as the title is underlining, understanding that, a huge truth that has been flowing through, especially when I sit with psilocybin, is really just this. There it is. That's the strike we want. It's just this core truth of being aware that I don't necessarily, in many rights, need to put any sort of pressure or expectations in doing or fulfilling anything. It's almost like the ability to appreciate less and be content and genuinely happy with less in your life. Like looking at, the accomplishments of the people in your life, or I don't know, just the most baser, simple achievement and appreciate that. Giving yourself, this is the kind of how I worded it yesterday. It's like if you can give yourself permission to be content with less, with really just like seeing and celebrating the small wins or making things easier and giving yourself permission to take those easy roads, I think you'll see that the road becomes a lot more organic, a lot more natural. I don't know, as a dude that is almost in a sense, I kind of worded it as I almost feel I'm addicted to chaos in a sense, which I think we all are to some degree, but I think I'm a quintessential example of a dude in a healthy way, strangely, who's very drawn to like what is the next, challenge, the next intense strife, what is the next, I don't know, mountain I can climb, so to speak, which is not necessarily a bad thing, but it's also not necessarily, I would say, comprehensive to really seeing noticeable growth and expansion. It's almost like you gotta recognize the dance, the time and place of when to powerfully dive out of your comfort zone, challenging yourself, but also realizing when is the time to step back and give yourself permission to celebrate the little wins or that which is very natural and comprehensive. And I don't know, I could talk about these things that are flowing through in my mind for a while. I've been doing lots of psychedelics, so it's been very raw, and of course it's been like a week or so since I've been on these streams, but I would love to really just sit with the musical and vibrational experience that we've been playing with and just dive right into this. Hey, welcome. What's good, Jay? Thank you, brother. Thank you for putting out the good, uh let's say the sincere intention to be like, where's this guy been going? I mean, I'll be honest, I'll be perfectly forthcoming. As a YouTuber, I can confidently say that I'm not going to always consistently, nor do I ever desire to be chronically online, let's say. Like, there's going to be periods where I'm going to disappear for 6, 7 days. Hopefully, not longer than that, because, I want to build and grow this community and this brand. But the reality is, that is a good thing. Like, if I'm gone for more than 5, 6 days, I can say with utmost confidence that is a very strong sign that powerful things are unraveling in the real world. Like there's very important, intense, unravelings and truths that I myself am requiring my utmost attention and focus, and doing so, I'm applying that attention and focus in the real world, because that's the core thing. And this is kind of like, I'd say, the epicenter of what I think psychedelics often invites to see. I think I'm out of tuning right now. It's basically like, if there's a moment in your life where you are not truly giving yourself permission to fully surrender and step away from your paradigm, that I feel in itself is problematic. It's almost like some of the most profound and very healthy things that you can integrate for your healing, for your growth, for your expansion, literally require you to completely suspend your paradigm. Like, if you basically can't write off a day for your healing, your growth, your expansion, your health, there's something profoundly wrong, I would say. Not to say that you should do that regularly, but that's kind of the essence of it. Is like, if you look at it and you're like, but I would love to, sit with some medicine, or I don't know, go and sit in the forest and meditate for an hour, or go to the gym and do this and honor my health because, things have gone awry. But you're like, but I can't do that because I have to grow my business, or I have to, I don't know, engage in this discipline, or I have this pressure, this expectation, this responsibility. That, I would say, is something that you should probably radically reassess, if not completely suspend altogether, and realize that those moments of splitting open your paradigm, like being like, all right, I'm going to dedicate this day to growth, to expansion, to health, to all those things, that is really important. So all I'll say is, if there's something that's like creating that mentality, you're like, I would love to do something really healthy and radically honoring myself and my energy and my growth, but I'm not going to do that because of XYZ. That thing that is causing that is probably something you got to really reflect on. And for me, this is a part of growing a YouTube channel. It's very demanding. Streaming every day, it's very demanding if I'm doing so. If I'm like, I'm going to go busk and prepare myself to do this and push myself in that way, very demanding tasks. I think they're high honors. But if there's ever the capacity to be like, what, maybe I have to let it all go, step outside of all these things and give myself permission to do nothing, or to honor my healing emotionally, spiritually, physically, which has been also relevant, that is a very healthy mentality to exercise. Anyways, let's get into our tuning here, because I think we're out of tuning here. Yeah, I don't know. Food for thought. Food for thought, guys, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, if it's like that resonates, where it's like, you're looking at your life and like, is there a part of you that's just justifying, like genuinely justifying, being like, I think I need to, like, slow down or integrate some sort of beautiful, healthy shift in your reality. But, part of you is thinking that you're like, but I can't justify doing that because, I gotta be present for this, or, you're justifying even just in simple ways. Like, sometimes you're like, but I would love to go to the gym, or I would love to, do this thing, but, if I do that, then suddenly I can't do this. And it's like, it's giving yourself permission to see that you're allowed to split open your paradigm. You're allowed to, take time to introduce healthy, pronounced shifts. But anyhow, and welcome, Phoenix. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm a weird anomaly in how I operate. In my business endeavors or creative endeavors. Like, I'll be honest, I'm the kind of dude that requires a level of credence, let's say, or credence, I guess, and grace, in the sense where I will just go down the psychological and spiritual rabbit holes, for the sake of my own betterment and my desire to grow and expand, to a point of detriment. Like, that's just kind of the weird way I'm in, where I often recognize, for me, very simply, the phase of the journey I am in is letting myself slow down. Like, letting myself truly be like, wait a second, let us appreciate less. Let's make things easier in some regards. Like, let's not try to complexify, let's simplify, and let ourselves honor that which is right in front of us. and appreciate that even more. It's a weird, I mean, I think it's a normal thing that many of us, maybe perfectionist, complex people like myself, do operate out of, but it's like it is so simple. It is so simple. You know, maybe you just got to remember all the beautiful things you have to feel grateful for and let yourself make things more comprehensive, more easy if that is the case. I don't know. What's good, OPT? Welcome, brother. Welcome. But with that, sort of just summarizing, kind of what I was expanding and sharing with Jay, you know, on that post is I'm feeling the call to, yes, kind of the summary of all this little philosophical conceptualizations. I'm feeling the call to make things easier for myself. You know, just returning to be like, you know what? I love doing this YouTube thing. I love challenging experimental waters and challenging myself. But the idea is, I want to return, like, really put a concentrated effort and returning to that which is the foundation of this channel. You know, being like, if there are things that you guys, you know, you, my viewers or new viewers that view my channel, really extract value from, be it if I'm like talking about teaching guitar riffs or pinch harmonics and making shorts about those. I want to, as I said in my post, put a concentrated effort of just grinding out shorts that are really just addressing, maybe they're very like 50, 60-second shorts where I'm just doing guitar lessons, offering really just dope guitar tips, making that a normal thing once again. And also just doing these streams, of course, as I do, but making original music where I'm not trying to like, you know, throw darts all over the map and just being like, you know what do I know resonates with the YouTube sphere, with my viewers that I love to do, and then just trying to offer a quantity of that. If that's, you know, however possible that will be. But yeah. Bless. Thank you, Larry. Always appreciate your kind words, brother. But yes, sir. Yes, this character is a legend in his own mind. This character. Wow. All I can say is just see, you see, or whatever. Before I obviously ban your comment section rights and request that you leave the channel forever, brother. I'd say there's a lot there to unpackage. Like, there's a lot there you just said that has nothing to do with me. That's a lot there, bro, that I think maybe you need to unpackage that. You know, once you exit this stream swiftly, put down your phone or do whatever you feel the desire to, but I highly invite you to take a moment of reflection and really unpackage what all you just said there, because you just introduced a lot. That's crazy. Yeah, but as I was saying a moment ago, I have a gong here. Maybe we can bring our gong a little closer. It's kind of maybe gotta be very careful with the way, because it's a big gong. It produces a very beautiful sound, though. Yeah. So here we are. We got our gong striker. It's a little bit off kilter. I'm not sure how that registered on your guys' audio here. Interesting. Yes. This is the best channel you can learn, return to, always positive and welcoming. This is the best channel. Oh, why, thank you. Yes, Phoenix, I appreciate your presence. And I don't know, I'm just doing... The more I understand what I'm doing here as a YouTuber, you know, returning to my original intention for what I'm trying to do here as a YouTuber, I can confidently say that I really... This channel, of course, it's a YouTube sphere. It's about you guys. Like, it is about, like, I'm the facilitator, I'm creating my content, I'm putting on my waves, so I'm hoping, the intention is to obviously reflect, like, mirror those that resonate with me, or those just attract those that resonate with whatever I'm doing here, musically, spiritually, who knows. But the actual essence of it is not about me. Like, you know, it's almost like a weird paradox. as a YouTuber or a streamer, you may think, like you or us all, we may think that it's like, it is about me. It's centered on me, the streamer. This is true. It's we can all believe that, even as a performance artist. I'm the guitar player and I'm doing this thing and I'm, putting out my energy. But the reality is, it's about the audience, the perceiver. Like if I'm busking and I'm walking down the street, the more I realize why I want to busk and what it's all about, it is about those that are flowing through the universe at random. Like it is about my capacity to appreciate and receive my fellow human being in my community, maybe my community at large. The universe in the YouTube sphere, YouTube land is pretty diverse. It's pretty wild. It's untamed. It's a wilderness. But even in a further extension, like if I'm in the real world and I'm busking and I'm chilling at a park or on a beach, it is about the people. It's about the community. It's about how deeply can I truly hold space for my fellow human being, and whether that's just sitting silently playing guitar. But the more I unpackage what I desire to do is I want to basically just realize, in almost like a very strange spiritual sense, acknowledging that these people flowing through, this is like the potency. This is what it's all about, of being like, how can I actually acknowledge and appreciate my fellow human being as much as I can. Obviously we're all humans, we have egos, we're trying to navigate our own sort of minds and our endeavors. But truly, like if I walk down the street or this person's walking down the street, I'm playing music, and if I'm able to just like look at that person and almost in a simple sense, like in a direct way, try to actually offer them, like in a sincere way, good intention or love or a perspective that actually connects with them or resonates with them, that is what I feel will allow me to go deeper on this journey. It's not about making it about me, but literally being, it's about us. It's about the human that is there. And even in the simple context, I struggle with this. I think part of it's because I'm an identical twin, and I'm a streamer. I'm on a sphere. I'm looking at myself. It's hard to almost understand the depths of who is here beyond. There's no paradox all about you. I don't know, bro. I took a moment to let you unpackage whatever's going on in that rat maze, proverbial. But I don't think you're the one. Just me see you, whatever your name is, brother. Like, all the best, good luck. Comment sections removed. I mean, it's I'd say just, take a moment, write it off as an L, count your losses, put down your phone, take a breather, maybe do some breath work, figure out why you're showing up as you are. I don't know. It is what it is, brother. But that's a no. That's a no from me, brother. Like whatever's going on here in this capacity, just see you or whatever, it's yeah, it's not it, dog. Communicating. I don't know. I'm not sure if that guy's makes sense in a deep way. I mean, it makes sense maybe in some broad way, like a broad context, but it really is like the epicenter. If you can really understand this, it's I don't know. I could break it down in a more philosophical, poetic way, and I probably will in a second. But I gotta unravel my microphone cord here, because I want to set myself up fully here. But I gotta lift. Okay, I gotta move around and untangle all these beautiful cords here. There we go. There we go. Magic. But the essence of it, like really, if you think about this is the thing. Again, I think I struggle with this in-depthly because I'm an identical twin. Like I have a unique karma, let's say. A unique lens. There we go. Hit the phone screen button, flipped it back on. There we go. But yeah, it's almost like I have this capacity I think to find it somehow challenging sometimes to really understand and honor the presence um mutually of another human being, like the exchange, the energetic exchange, because I'm an identical twin. Like you'll never, it's hard to even explain. I mean, you can, it probably makes sense. Obviously you're around a person all the time for your entire life. That is like you create this like intrinsic bond that ultimately is beautiful and very healthy. But it's almost like you become desensitized to this giving and receiving, this energetic exchange between your fellow human being. And I think this is again birthed from being an identical twin. But I feel like the more I try to understand this and be like, you know what? There is so much that we can receive from suspending the idea that it's all about us at all. Like, in again, a lot of the psychedelic conquests that I found myself kind of sit with these last 3-4 plus weeks have really made this clear. And I don't know, this is a deeply woven truth, but it's like, you know, the universe is about giving and receiving. We can give and receive in ways that we could never even imagine. And again, this is no new news to you and to myself. Like I was doing YouTubing stuff and streaming and busking. You know, these are all elements that I do like to offer, be of service, the things that I feel like I love to offer, be it if it's words, space, presence, music, whatever, right? But I think there's something even deeper at hand when you really acknowledge, like, how can one really crystallize their intention of how they desire to make that reciprocity, like a genuine intentional reciprocity, where like, you know what, I'm offering this to, you know, my fellow human being, or just putting that energy out into the universe and letting yourself understand how it's going to come back to you in a unique way that you can't even imagine. Like that's just the simplest way I could try to interpret it. But anyway, testing, testing. I all right, a bit loud on the bits imbalance with that, but testing. Okay, that's kind of sad. That's kind of sad. But all I can say is, you know, concludingly, a lot of what I've been experiencing in the real world has been just unconditionally putting out energy, kind of doing what I try to do in these streams, where I'm just like, let's just go to a beach, to a park, and, you know, meet human beings and play music for them, set up the busking act that I do, but not with the intention to try to make money or do anything or make content at all. Like that's kind of been the core essence of what I've been really ascribing to do this last like 7-8 days, is being like, part of it, maybe it's the psychedelic integration and the state of being really at peace with doing nothing, but also being like, you know what? I really, on the deepest level, desire to cultivate putting out this energy with literally zero expectations or zero desire to receive anything tangible or material back. Whether it's like, you know, I don't desire to create content for any other reason other than to just, or just do these things that create content. I don't desire to put up my music or put up my energy with any other desire but to just let it be out there, to unconditionally put out these things. I don't know. Anyways, food for thought. Food for thought. Yes, yes. I feel like it's when you have an old friend that you haven't seen for ages, and when you see them again, you just pick up where you left off, and you never left. That's a beautiful thought. I mean, yes. It is about that. Like that is, I mean, I'm not sure if you're speaking in relation to like this space, which I do appreciate and I enjoy that. But it's also, I think that's the beauty of friendship. Like friendship is very special, I think, when it's unconditionally held, where you're just like, here we are, like I am here for you. I am offering you this, whatever it is. It's like you're practicing that beautiful universal exchange of giving and receiving. But anyways, I could philosophize about this stuff for a long time, but here we are. Right on, keep rocking it. Keep rocking. Greetings from a third violinist colleague. Wow. Dude, that's great, but no viola jokes. I don't even think I know a viola joke, but no viola joke. But hey, man, I mean, respect to violinists, truly. And thank you for being here, Josh. Hello from Russia. What's good, Jeff? What's good, Russia? Blessings from Canada to Russia. I'm feeling, I'm not rusty, I would say. I don't really feel rusty particularly, but I'm feeling very alien to this portal right now. It's beautiful though. Like even I haven't picked up my guitar probably in like a day or two because I've been doing lots of human stuff. Exactly I can integrate this gong, but here we are. I'd love to meditate to that sound. Perfect. And that's exactly what we're going for, in essence. Because I myself too enjoy meditating to these sounds, and it feels very meditative. And I feel like the more I do these streams continuously, I go through phases where I've been phasing through learning to stream these last 7-8 months now, but I think I always continuously am open to letting myself offer a space that is continuously meditative, letting myself create the most meditative experience possible, which is not that hard, I would say. It's just kind of introducing that awareness. Yeah. Welcome, Wilfred. Linkin Park. Honestly, not a clue how to perform Linkin Park, but yeah. Thank you. Just lay in the grass and listen to this. Thank you, bird owner. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's part of what I've recently had the realization to do, because I've been navigating doing this kind of busking act and entertaining the full-time YouTube stuff and all these different elements of like what I desired to do with my music. The recent epiphany I've had, which has actually been reflected to me from other people that I've met through busking, through chilling on beaches and just connecting, is I now feel my next quest and this is kind of what I've been really just like really desiring to cultivate within my just my energy and performance act, is I want to actually do meditative sound journeys at cold plunge and sauna facilities. That's been like my recent, like 4 days ago or so. I was like, this is my path. Like I'm meant to do this. I discovered there's cold plunge sauna facilities. I don't know if you guys have ever been. They're like kind of like upscale cold plunge facilities where they're like these little communities where they're kind of like how do we describe? They're kind of like spiritual conscious sauna communities where they do like breath work and they host like sound journeys and breath work sessions and all these different somatic practices. It's basically facilities for somatic healing. And there's a few of these in the lower mainland. And I've actually visited one about a month ago. And I remember kind of having these pieces come together, and I realized what I'm going to be doing very soon is I'm going to audition. I'm going to like send out maybe an audition or see if I can go in person and basically audition to be a sound healer for these facilities. And it actually blows my mind how much this would be a game changer for me, because this would be one of the first formal immersions to this kind of style of gigging, right? Literally, they pay musicians to do like hour slots, particularly like guitarists and sound healers, which is both of what I do, of course. And you would basically get paid to do a gig where you do little slots at a sauna cold plunge facility. You know, everyone's like meditating in the saunas and cold plunges, and you're doing live music to it. So I basically had this epiphany. I was like, I'm meant to do this. So with any luck, you know, I'm gonna make an addition and hop and immerse into that, because that would beautifully align, of course, with what I do on my YouTube and as a busker and as a sound healer. It would genuinely be the perfect addition to everything I'm doing. So, and I also think I would perfectly fit that community and that energy. Like basically, the sound healing music stuff I do would be very comprehensive to what they're looking for. So I'm excited for that. I mean, I don't know exactly know how or when or what, how that even works. I just know I gotta lock in, so to speak, put out some dope music, you know, maybe make an audition tape or going in person. And if I could start doing those gigs, that would be like a life-changing experience. And not only that, I would get free memberships to literally be a part of this breathwork sauna cold plunge facility, which if you know are familiar with this channel, I do cold plunges every day, and you know I'm very much a massive advocate of all that kind of somatic work. So that'd be super dope. And then I get to perform music for that community. So long story short, yeah, I think I'm gonna put everything and do everything in my power to make that a reality. And it's almost like I'm like this. I don't know exactly how that works or what exactly the process is, but I feel like I have to like manifest in quotations that opportunity to just work at those facilities, to start gigging at these sauna cold plunge facilities. Like it would be like the next tier of what I'm doing as a sound healer. So I'm super stoked on that. I don't know. Yeah. From Folk Valley. Wicked. Wicked, wicked. Blessings from Canada. Welcome, Margaret. Blessings from Canada to South Africa. Wow. That's beautiful. And blessings to Denmark from Canada here. Super dope. I think I'm coming to piece this together slowly. Let's actually do one quick. Actually, now we'll be good for that. I feel like the gong is such a great addition to this flow. You strike it, it has this long resonance pattern that then beautifully transitions in between the sound. So quick, I gotta find my clip to clip this onto the side of my other cord so we can have easy access to that. Wherever I place it, I don't know. We're still getting organized here, technically. We got a little more. The sound a little bit, I think. Testing. Might have to do more with this. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Interesting. Why not more viewers? That is amazing. I don't know. It comes in waves. Thank you, though. Thank you, brother. Honestly, when I'm at my peak of just streaming consistently, I can definitely... It achieves a pretty fair amount of viewership. But I appreciate that. I also haven't been streaming in like 6-7 days, so I'm not surprised if I don't get a lot of views. I think we're in a pretty good place. We'll probably achieve like, a few thousand. But yeah. Nice, always wanted to see Texas. Hell yeah, dude. Appreciate the love, Bird. Appreciate that. Let's kind of see if our volume can kind of... Getting started here. I think we can probably start incorporating our loop pedal a little bit. What is the time? Where in the Eshe? I am in Canada, friend. Yeah, I'm in British Columbia. And what's good, Giga Chad? Welcome, brother. Right here now in India. It's 3:07. Oh, wow. That's always such a mind fuck. And it's such a beautiful way to be like, wow, there are people that it's genuine like 2 in the morning or, early in the morning or wherever. Like there's such a diversity of how we can connect with people or put out, our expressions, our energy through the YouTube sphere, which is always humbling. I'm like, this is so dope, no matter what. And even myself, like I find if I desire to, I'm like, you know what? It's 1 in the morning or 12 o'clock, and I can just go onto YouTube and find people around the world. Even if it's like late and I'm kind of in my own realm. It's such a beautiful thing. Wonder where my capo. I think I'm gonna find quickly my capo and hop into G sharp. 1 second. I wonder. So here we are. Here's our screen. Here's our audio. I'm gonna quickly actually check on my YouTube on my computer to see how you guys can hear the gong. I think it's a pretty pronounced sound. Be content with less, grateful for what is, and you will multiply this. Yes. Let's hear how this sounds. Less grateful for what is, and you will multiply it. Yes. Let's hear how this sounds. Less grateful for what is, and you will multiply it. Let's hear how this sounds. Less grateful for what is, and you will multiply it. Oh, the double sound, I think, really. The mic, yeah, doubled up sound. That sounds really janky, but yeah, I think I should move the gong very close to the microphone. It can get very loud if I give it a nice strike. It's also in a very strange position here. I gotta kind of change the way it's hung. That's probably great. Yeah. What a great sound. That's my mouse will sound. Part of what I've been designed to sort of integrate, I don't know exactly how I do this, but I was talking about this a lot, where I do this sometimes in streams, where I'm playing guitar and we're just talking and chilling, and I like to sort of introduce words, intentions. And kind of the idea is I feel like I'd love to do this while I'm busking very organically. I mean, again, I have to practice, I think, this. Also, I gotta, get my microphone set up here a little better. Where's this chord? There it is. Let's say it's as I sometimes would, be we kind of create, say, a loop or something, or we're doing some guitar dimension. Testing. Rooting yourself in your somatic body, feeling into the experience, and help wherever you find yourself in your reality, you're grounded, you're honoring the truth within yourself. Something like that, I don't know. Just saying words that somehow fit whatever's going on here in the sound journey, and trying to make it like an experience that is in fact introducing a almost poetic backdrop of intention. This will take a bit of juggling to get this one. I don't know, just words. I mean, it's good words. I feel like getting into like a flow state of trying to weave in the words in relation to the vibrations, you know, in relation to all little elements, you know, as I do in these streams, where I'm just trying to get into a flow state where all these elements are cohesive, which we'll get there. But that would be a fun thing. But it takes time. It'll all come together, you know, as one cohesive statement, I feel. Well, I gotta go back to there we are. Why, thank you. I was kind of sleeping on those comments. Yeah, Giga Chad 75. I have to back to work. Fair enough. Enjoy being your workplace, or let yourself be present with that. Thank you for the energy. Thank you for being here, Bird Owner and Space Nerd. Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, what a kind person. Yes. Thank you so much. Yes. I think it's high time we'll equip ourselves with our loop pedal, because I think that's going to really make this a lot more cohesive. I feel very disorganized in the sense where, juggling around these elements. But we'll get into this. We'll get into the organized flow. Rooting yourself within your breath. Seeing beyond the illusions of this space. So I really gotta find that one clip to keep my microphone, my secondary audio mic or audio plug connected. Somewhere, right around here. Somewhere. Maybe it's just underneath. No? No? Oh, it's okay. It's somewhere. I think what we're just going to quickly plug in our loop pedal and get that sort of all equipped for this here. Just need to find our secondary. There it is. It's so funny. I'm usually so much more organized instrument-wise. Everything's usually just perfectly all lined up intuitively, but it's okay. Let's see. So this goes. Yes. Let's move flipped off for a second. Okay, so that's nice and set. What? Beautiful. Okay, looks like that's all good. That was like the loop you're playing with apparently last time. Very nice. Well, whatever. Let's place ourselves. So now we're also in a different tuning from what we were recently playing around with. Select Prelude, yes. Ah, of course. Okay, Prelude there. Not a bad start, not a bad start. I kind of flipped through in a way. The shutout shorts. A shutout shorts for you, right? Yeah, sure. A shutout short. Why not? That's a beautiful thought. Absolutely, Phoenix. I think I've only had that happen once. Yeah, and that's a nice thought. The simpler and broader you are with words, the better, man. Nice. Nice. The simpler and broader. I try, brother. I mean, I do try. Like as much as I do try to make these, the words and the sort of thoughts that I share, I do like to make them, very clear and direct and simple. Or I'm not trying to like, make them very philosophical and poetic all the time. And especially, yeah, you're correct if you're saying like, doing like some sort of beautiful word for somebody. Say if we're like playing a song, we're like, all right, let's I don't know, do something, improv. Feel to the highest expression of yourself. Knowing, fulfilling the path. I don't know, something like that. Feels kind of, what's the word? Redundant and random as fuck, but I feel you, brother. I think people respond to, pure, true words, like just being like sit with love, or being like you are loved, or being like you are blessed, or and meaning it, of course, like saying those words and filling that, whether again we're talking about just doing this so in the stream space, or just if I'm say, picture this, if I'm busking and I'm in a busking, I don't know, Skytrain terminal, like this is the kind of picture I'm trying to paint, is like, say you find yourself, you're going through your busy day, you're stressed or whatever, and you just finished work maybe, or you're going from A to B and you're like, man, life's been crazy. And then you just see some random dude at a SkyTrain terminal sitting there busking, playing guitar, doing a chill meditative sound journey, right? That itself, a lot of people resonate with that, or even if they're not stopping to hear or listen, it evokes something. And I love that. That's kind of the core intent. But I'm thinking, how dope would it be to, go deeper in trying to be like, saying some words, like, being like, I hope you have a blessed existence, friend, stranger, wherever you go, I hope you're finding yourself, feel peace, feel clarity, feel love, like things like that, like genuinely just being like, here you are, fellow human being, even if you just get a second or two of this experience of just whatever's flowing through. And it wouldn't be just like saying broad words, like I would want to mean it, of course. I would want to like, see people and just like send that energy to them. Now that takes a little bit of, I think, um reflection and practice, and just being able to actually just lock eye contact and engage with your fellow human being while you're performing music. But I think that's a really special thing, like, to be like, how can you just send good energy to your fellow stranger, if you're busking, particularly if, people are, again, they're busy, they're going from their A to B, and they're just like, they're stimulated or overstimulated, and maybe they're stressed and tired of this existence, and they just get a positive message or a positive energy that reaches them. Just remember to sit with love. Oh, okay, so that's not turned on. I don't know. It's just a thought. It's a thought that's been, when I'm on psychedelics as of late, for whatever reason, it's been like very resonant. I'm like, this is what I want to do. Is like, I want to, send people good energy unconditionally as much as humanly possible. Not try to make the busking experience about just like, I mean, there's many beautiful intentions woven within it, but I think it's like, how beautiful is it to just be like, let this be like a sacred spiritual practice and interaction that has like the philosophical or poetic elements to it. But anyways, with that, we're gonna do another loop, a fresh loop. Maybe we'll start with the vocal element. I don't know. Maybe we'll start with the pan flute element. word. Why, thank you, Spirit. What's good, brother? Is it cold in there? Is it cold? Not really. It's like mildly not. It's very temperate. It's like not too cold, not too warm in here. Yeah. I really want to find this clip that I had. The thing that can clip my microphone. I don't know. It's not worth it. Thank you, Toothpaste. Got the 1 star, bruv. What a beautiful compliment. Or gesture, that's the word. That's a nice clip. I'm gonna save that maybe. Hello, nice music. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's maybe try a fresh clip or a fresh loop from here. I don't know. Maybe something that's somehow oriented testing in the gong. I don't know. Somehow this is the first time I've ever used this gong in this capacity. It's got a very particular note. You can kind of hear. Somewhere. It's a note. I think I could match it, of course, somehow. Testing. Feeling. Beyond the known. is so much more than you could ever imagine, woven into the infinite waters. Let's just do a very simple, very comprehensive loop. I gotta find this clip. It would make this so much more sense. Let's Edith Piaf, not a clue, brother. Welcome and welcome, welcome. Is that a pedal? What pedal? It's a loop pedal. It's a RC5. Yeah. Boss RC3. RC3. Doesn't get more basic and simple than the RC3. Yeah. Let's turn up the loop a little bit for that. That's a little out of tune. cadence kind of hopped around a bit, but that's cool though. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Wow, what's in the actual F? Well, thanks for sharing your weird, fragmented share or truth. The dude La Penu. Thank you and welcome. Welcome, welcome, Cassandra Seymour. I'm just so I don't know, after a week off streaming, I'm just so unequipped to deal with trolls, which is respectively so. I think the more I'm less oriented to enabling, trolling behavior and just ignoring people that are, traversing the YouTube wilderness, throwing out their projections and whatever they're doing. Maybe they're just trying to be funny and they're just memeing around, but it is what it is. But we're here for music, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to promote creation of music, creation of creative energy, creation of, I don't know, expanding your consciousness. All that other sort of fun shenanigans or whatever, that's people can find another stream or another community for that. If you're just there to just kind of troll and project weird compulsive stuff. I don't know. This lighting is too. Been experimenting. I mean, I'm sure as a viewer, it's very minuscule, the difference between, it's like, what is the lighting versus like here versus here. But I'm trying to like play around with my secondary lighting source or my primary lighting source and trying to just like orient it in a way. Like, I don't know. I kind of get desensitized. I like the kind of gold glow that kind of glows down, but I don't know. I mean, let me know for whatever reason if you guys are more familiar with navigating the content sphere or seeing streams. And does this lighting, just out of curiosity, does it feel natural? Does it feel a little bit glaring, or is it a little inorganic? I don't know. I mean, I guess it's ultimately up to me. I can kind of artistically do whatever I'm feeling with lighting, but I'm kind of experimenting with being like, how can I create a very natural but also comprehensive lighting source? Yeah. I don't know, but I like what I got here. I've kind of made a little dope setup. Feel the reverb from Scotland. Nice. Beautiful. Thank you for being here, friend. Fairly comprehensive. There's a way, let's see, that I can aim. Here's my amp here. If I aim my amp in a particular place, smack my guitar. But I think there's a place where I could make it even more direct. Or let's see. I don't know. Let's see what the hell's going on. Oh, I see. This new stand here, this tripod, yeah, it's very lightweight, so it's beautiful because it's very easy to move around, but it kind of flops around. Okay, let's maybe give it a go. We'll look on my YouTube, see how it sounds from your guys' end. Kind of give it
through the phrenic.
Whoa, no.
Right? It all converges and goes out through the phrenic nerve and these intercostal muscles. Is the so-called parafacial.
My opening tab page is Andrew Huberman. Just talking about breathing and neuroscience. Let's see. Okay. Talking about breathing and neuroscience. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Why does it sound so warbly? It's probably because it's duoed. Have I ever tried a Martin? Yeah, so that's how the sound is. I think we're good. Welcome, friends. Welcome to this live stream. Have you tried the Martin or Taylor guitar and that guitar sound that sounds like good? Yeah, bro. I mean, my good friend Spencer, who actually is the one that got me into this style of playing, it's very reminiscent of Andy McKee. It's, yeah, Martins sound incredible. Yeah, Martins or a Taylor. Taylors. I've tried Taylors before, not that familiar. From what I've seen, they're very great guitars, but Martins are very, very good. I personally am a fan of Yamahas. This is a Yamaha, or show the symbol. Yamaha. But Yamaha and Ibanez and Jacksons are what I play typically. But yeah, Martins are beautiful guitars. They can produce pretty much all the same quality of sound as a Yamaha. These are the ones I played. I'm actually gonna double check that. Let's check how our volume is from your guys' end. I think it's a little bit loud. It's kind of directed. I'm actually gonna double check that. Let's check how our volume is from your guys' end. Yeah, it doubles up, it just destroys everything. Where's this? That's what I need. G sharp. Here's, of course, F sharp. Or, yeah. Yeah. It's interesting. The other day I was at the beach, or just 2 days ago, actually. Yeah, and I was jamming with this really awesome couple that I met. I think they were of Latin descent. They had like a Spanish, I think, or something, Spanish accent. But they're very dope. And I just met them, and they were just like playing this beautiful flamenco guitar. And the female guitarist, she was doing this like, what was it, seventh chords. I think she was doing minor sevenths, pure minor sevenths. And I was matching my pan flute to these like minor seventh triads that she was just like doing arpeggios through. And I was just like, this sounds extraordinary. Like hearing what she was doing, and she was also vocalizing on top of it. So I was kind of matching the pan flute to the guitar and the vocals and just doing whatever. But man, it made me immediately realize, I was like, whoa, whatever she's doing here. Like it was like she was basically doing some like, what was it? Similar to what I've been exploring with, these weird like kind of triads, where it's like I'm doing a triad. And changing the bass notes somehow. I don't know exactly again what she's doing. She was doing something. And I know all I know is I think she said it was seventh chords. It was all just minor sevenths and seventh something. And I remember being like, damn, I have to figure out this. I think I'm going to quickly maybe even look in all the seventh chords. All right, let's go. Because it sounded magical, but it also just matched the pan flute so beautifully. Just the absolute alignment with the pan flute in these seventh chords blew my mind. Seventh chords. Piano chart, major sevenths. Okay. Seventh chords, guitar. Major sevenths. Okay, I don't know if it was major sevenths, but maybe. Major sevenths. B major sevenths. C major seventh. D major sevenths. Let's try D major. What? Okay, we're on the 6th fret. We start X there. Yeah, so I know this chord, I think. Oh. Wow, what? Huh. Maybe it's the minor seventh. I don't know, that was crazy. Yeah. That's D major 7. And then the F major 7. It's a weird chord. Oh yeah, we'll F major 7 with me. They all seem to have this quality where they're, yeah, this shape. C major 7. Wow, weird. I'm gonna have to practice off stream, but yeah, that's the 7th chords. I really appreciated the capacity for the pan flute to match those. Maybe use the 7th, the minor 7ths, because those are major 7ths. But man, beautiful stuff. If any of you guys, by chance, are guitarists and are interested in any of these elements that I'm playing, be it if it's like slap harmonics, pinch harmonics, I don't know, double-handed tapping stuff, for whatever reason, even if you're just like a new guitarist, you're like, that kind of resonates and you would like to see content related to that, I'm feeling very inspired to diving back into doing very particular lessons of, in my shorts, probably, of these guitar elements. I'll probably lean into what is, performed the most in the past, like harmonics, slap harmonics. But yeah, I don't know. Feel free if you're watching and there's any you're a guitarist and you desire to hear anything particular that I'm playing that resonates, that you would love to have broken down. Because I don't know, I think there's many different ways I can approach this, but immediately, yeah, I'm excited to do that. I think I could do some beautiful breakdowns. I think we're gonna replace this actually. It was really on there. Interesting. It's been an hour and a half. Not bad for a stream that we hadn't done. We're not streaming in like 7-8 days. It's wild. Like, I swear, when we were streaming regularly for like, I don't even know, a month or so, give or take, or a month or two, it was crazy to see how the YouTube algorithm was eventually just delivering like something like 6K, 5, 6, 7K views. Like, it was just boosting up to that viewership regularly, even if I would pop in for like an hour or whatever. And to be perfectly honest, a little bit of it was a bit chaotic, where I'm like, wow, all these new viewers and this kind of unstable nature felt like destabilizing. But it was a very interesting experiment to see that, I feel the capacity to be like, oh, word, if I really want to deliver these streams to larger audiences, jump up to 10, 20, 30K views, in the near future, it's a very distinct possibility that I would be blessed to achieve. Because, I don't know, these streams, I've been very passionate to use these and very blessed, I feel, to have these grow my community and just be a part of the YouTube sphere. And I learned so much, and I feel like I'm able to, help people and offer some beautiful music, create a space. But yeah, I feel like I've only just begun to really tap into the potential of these. What is good? What is good, Kyle? I'm gonna double check how the sound is appearing. I think I got it down, but I can aim the sound a little differently here. Whoa, no. That's and yes, this is gonna jump up. Yep. Feel. Yes, words. Have these grow my tap into the potential of these. Sounds like my mic is either a little bit loud or maybe it's just my speaker. What is good? What is good, Kyle? Reggie, where's that? How things been? Hello. Things have been double check how the sound pretty wild as a human experience. Phoenix O Lightning mentioned you in a short. Oh wow, nice. I imagine I'm gonna trust the sound setup is pretty balanced. I've been just right now configuring a little bit of the sound. I think I'm probably better off as what I was doing before, kind of aiming the sound more broadly at you guys from this particular. I like that. Yeah, nah, but life has been a wild ride, I have to say, Moonstars. It's like, yeah, I appreciate you checking in and putting out the, intent. I mean, I feel like as I kind of led the stream with, I actually have been taking a nice, 5, 6, 7 days off to really sit with, I'd say, my emotional and spiritual health, like if I'm being very transparent. But also the essence of that is I've been just sitting with psychedelic medicines frequently. That has actually been inviting me to just organically take time to just do things that don't necessarily request me to show up in my YouTube sphere. It's almost like I've been exercising very particular elements of my journey that have been inviting me to take a step back from just streaming for the time being, like being like, all right, if I can, you know, just go to a beach and just play music for strangers and make friends and sit and swim in the waters and meditate and do psychedelics, that for whatever reason has been more attractive than, you know, maybe what I've been sort of focusing these last couple weeks of being like, but I must stream here for X amount of time, make some content, and go and busk and figure out this, and then try to basically push myself very much out of my comfort zone, which, you know, was working very well. Like for these number of weeks, like about I guess a couple weeks, maybe like a week and a half back, I was in a crazy wild flow state. I was like running every day, and I was busking constantly for like a week and a bit, and was hitting new heights with that. But then I noticed I hit this moment where I kind of got overwhelmed in the simplest way. Like I got overwhelmed, and, you know, and obviously also to be transparent, I have been going through a lot these last like 6 weeks. These last like 5 6 weeks, like, you know, I naturally found myself transition out of a relationship about 6 7 weeks back, and that really was a very intense moment of a lot of growth was flowing through. You know, I was doing a lot of psychedelic conquest, well, a couple that were revealing, you know, I just need to sit with a lot of complex emotions. And long story short, it's, you know, it is that that very human experience of transitioning out of a relationship. And, you know, since then I've been in a much better place, of course, and for many reasons it was a very healthy, conscious transition in every right of what it was. But I think alongside that, it's been a engagement within just sitting with psychedelic medicine and taking a step back from, you know, just trying to grind out YouTube things, or even just grind out achieving things, and being like, but what is the deeper stance that I can hold within this? Like, what's going on beneath the surface? Like, what am I maybe neglecting emotionally, physically, physiologically, and just being present with that. And I think a lot is arise. Like, I could talk about this for a while, but I'll kind of keep it, you know, very short and sweet for now. But the reality is, like, yeah, lots of beautiful truths, lots of realizations of how I move forward as a musician, as a creator. I don't know. It's all very philosophical and poetic in the nature of it, but overall, I'm doing solid. Been a very challenging, you know, number of weeks, respectively so. I feel like I'm in a much healthier, more calibrated, peaceful place as of late, and I've been, you know, putting it upon myself to really take lots of time to just sit in forests and reflect and train a lot and honor my body and my mind. And that's been great. I think I've been seeing, you know, what it looks like to nourish my energy and to honor what is, I would say, what it is I'm absorbing and what it is I'm inviting energetically and so forth and beyond. It's a lot, I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, usually a good idea. I agree. It was like, that's the reality, is like, for me, um, you know, I've said this once or twice. As a YouTuber, like, if, you know, if you're a creator or someone else is like, yeah, I'm a creator or whatever as well, it's normal. That's actually, you should be doing that. You should be taking 5 6 7 days off if you want to, if you need it. Like, there's nothing in this world that should ever make you neglect your health or your needs, your emotional, spiritual health or whatever. Like, there's no reason that you should not be like, you know what, I need to take 5 6 days off from social media, from YouTube, from whatever you're doing. Like, you're allowed to do that. You should be able to give yourself always, at any time, permission to do that. That's normal. That's beautiful. That should be celebrated. And I think that's, you know, people understand that to most degrees, but that's the kind of relationship I form with YouTube. Is like, I mean, I like to show up as much as possible, and I really passionately believe in this pathway as a musician, but, you know, as a musician and creator. But if I recognize, just like bopping this thing, but if I recognize that my journey requires me to suspend my attention from, you know, just doing streams and, I don't know, like, doing the content creator thing to indirectly positively influence my path, then I'm gonna do that, you know, all day long. I'll take a week off. I'll take 2 weeks off if I have to. I don't know. I don't. often do that, but it's like then I'll realign myself. And again, like I said previously, you can be confident that in that period, if you're taking a week or two off, or when I'm taking a week or two off, those are moments that I am fully being present with the things I need to be present with, and it's fruitful. It's like those moments away from social media are often always beautiful and um, very comprehensive to the life of my channel, to my creative vision. It's not like I'm like taking a week off and I'm like, oh, but I'm gonna forget about it and now we're done here, or like like goodbye YouTube channel. It's like it's almost always in true alignment, where those days are actually moments where I'm cultivating a deeper awareness and intention of how I can move forward as a creator. And it's beautiful because that's the way it is. It's good stuff. Magic. Am I vegan? I am technically vegetarian. I don't eat cheese. I would be vegan, but I eat honey. Yeah. I would be vegan, but I eat honey, man. Yeah, proudly represent. Proudly representing, I don't know, vegetarian humans. That is also, I'm an athlete, so like I'm a vegetarian athlete, which is pretty unorthodox, but I proudly advocate that kind of lifestyle. Because I'm just, I don't know, I advocate eating a healthy diet, having a healthy lifestyle as a whole. But I think whether it's vegetarian or not, like that's up to you personally. But I love being a vegetarian, and I think no matter how you approach it, it's just having a healthy awareness of what you're consuming in your diet. Very important stuff. Yeah. I want to see you eat a cheeseburger. I mean, that's an odd invitation, brother. But I don't know. I mean, I eat vegetarian burgers all the time, but I don't eat cheese and I don't eat meat and burgers. Like I would, if I were to eat a burger, truthfully, like if I were to be like, yo, let's eat a burger, I would go for it, bro. But it would be like a healthy, I don't know, mushroom, soy, potato, quinoa burger. Like it'd be something dope as fuck. Because man, they make so many good, healthy vegetarian burgers. They're a little expensive, truthfully, but man, I also don't eat bread, which is kind of different. But so I need a lettuce wrap. I think I need to adjust this harmonic pick. Yeah, but no, all the power to you, I'd say. I'm not an advocate of judging people for what they eat, truthfully. Like, yeah. I mean, people have free will, but I personally haven't eaten meat in like 11 years, I think it is. Coming up to 11, 12 years. And man, I don't know, like, a little bit of an unpopular opinion. I'm a weird outlier with my diet. I mean, probably with many things, but with my diet, I'm a firm believer that I love eating healthy. Like I genuinely, and don't get me wrong, it takes a long time for your body to adjust to a healthy diet. Like when we're talking not eating sugar, not eating processed foods, not eating whatever unhealthy stuff, you could define, it takes a lot of time for your body to adjust to that. Your body's going to be addicted to all of these other processed things and sugar and whatever for a long time. Like we're talking like 5, 6 years. Like you got to give your body time, at least a couple years. But like when you're in the state, like I've been eating pretty clean and healthy for like very clean and healthy, probably for about like 12, 13 years. And it's just been like my choice. I was like, yep, I'm training martial arts. I'm doing athletic pursuits. I want to honor my health and my brain health. And it took years and years and years and years for my body to genuinely adjust. And I mean, like, get to a point where I'm not addicted to sugar, like processed sugars in all the concentrates. I'm not addicted to all these other types of foods. Like, I'm genuinely not. I'll eat, if I'm going to eat sugar maybe like every once in a while, I'll be like, why not? I don't really care. I typically don't because it just doesn't feel like the move. But I could because my diet is so healthy. Like, I could easily justify being like, oh, let's eat some ice cream or something. But truthfully, I don't desire to, but I'm not addicted to it. And as a dude who was raised as a kid, I would drink pop and eat candy and sugar and whatever for most of my life, like up until like age like 15 when I realized I was like, I want to train martial arts seriously and I got to change my diet. It took like 5, 6 years at least for my entire body to completely recalibrate. And now I'm a 31-year-old man, so it's easy for me to not eat unhealthy because my body is actually attracted to healthy food. I think that sounds a little better. I think I need a bit more rosin for that. Replace sugar with monk fruit. Yeah, monk fruit is chill. Monk fruit is chill. Magic. Thank you, Phoenix. It's nice to see you here. It's nice to see you. Or see your presence on the screen. But yes, monk fruit's chill. Yeah, I think I also try to I also try to stay away from, sugar substitute as much as possible, but definitely monk fruit is better than processed sugar. Um, that's just yeah. And it also just tastes incredible. But I stay away from all sugar, unless it's fruit sugars like dates or straight up just like pure fruits. I just try not to give into that cycle of being like, let's consume this item that has all these additives and added this and that. I mean, I don't know. We all have free will again. I'm not here to judge ultimately, but I kind of see in real time the difference of how I personally feel my brain feels and what I like to consume that has nothing to do with any additives. Like that's just the end all kind of my conclusion on a lot of this stuff is in modern 2026 there's so much extraordinary food. Now the one thing of course is maybe finances. I mean, if you got to be really mindful of the way you arrange your finances if you want to eat purely healthy, but also like I eat very simple. Like I'm a vegetarian, so like I eat rice, quinoa, sweet potatoes, squash, eggs. And that's pretty much it. Maybe I'll buy fruit, eat some berries and fruit and whatever, but like I like to keep it very simple and very consistent. But yeah, long story short, there's a lot of dope food that you can eat that's healthy. If you're thinking like, but I want to reach for this baked sweet treat thing or whatever for flavor, just for the sake of novelty, that's cool. Like I get it. A lot of chicks I know, they love all these different sort of like sweet foods. It's an indulgence, and who knows, maybe it's there's many different reasons for it, but I personally believe you don't have to compromise flavor for health. Or you can eat stuff that's flavorful and also healthy. Like there's tons of stuff like that. There we go. That's real. I feel like I actually really need to purchase another Picasso bow very soon. I'll probably actually do this after this stream because they fray pretty fast. After a solid month or whatnot. So audio is calibrated here. Seeing beyond levels of consciousness, understanding that you are infinite within. Adjust the volume a little bit We still gotta kind of adjust that. Smack that. Feel deeper into the realms of self. What's good? What's good? Moog modular. Wicked. Wow. It's 3:55. It's sunny out right now. It's crazy. We may have to take a moment and go either stream in the forest or go out into the world. It's just a beautiful day out there right now. It's crazy. Yeah. Is that a Valhalla reverb? No, it's not actually. Yeah. I actually tried installing Valhalla and it glitched out. Yeah. Yeah, now Valhalla's, I don't know. I'm sure it sounds great, but not that great. Or just not as, yeah. This is actually, I'm using a Tonewood amp. It's a Discovery I figured, I mean, I've had a tone wood amp for a while, but I actually plugged my tone wood amp directly in, or my microphone into my tone wood amp, testing. And it creates the reverb, you know, because I use this for my guitar, but I figured out, like last month or something, that you can take that input cable, like instead of, oh, bam. I gotta find the best spot for that, for the gong. But yeah, dog, you take the input and you plug your microphone input right into the tone wood amp, and then suddenly you have your microphone with the tone wood amp settings, which are extraordinary for everything, truthfully. It's great for any sound. It sounds great with looping, with the guitar, for the violin sound, for pan flute. It's just magic. It's a magical thing. I love it. It's just endless fun, endless possibilities. I feel though I need to find. I have a clip that I usually clip my mic cord to. It's like a little thing that holds it in place, so it makes it really easy to seamlessly change between the two. But I seem to have dropped it somewhere, misplaced it before I did the stream. Huh. Maybe it's in my bag. Hold up. Only so many places. No, that's not it. No. Man, though, on these days where it's like in Vancouver, at least, it's like, or Lower Mainland, it feels like perpetually the place to be. It's just like the beach. It's kind of like it's a shame or a travesty to be indoors or anywhere really, when it's like you could just go to the beach and just chill in the ocean for like hours. Like that's just generally cold hard facts. That being said, you know, I may have to just, I don't know, 4 o'clock? Man, what is reality? I mean, I feel very blessed and very happy to, you know, be present with you guys and share what's been flowing through and work on some improvised pieces. Like, this is really like, it's like therapy for me. Like, not in the actual sense where it's like you guys aren't my therapist, but it's therapy to be able to, like, you know what, I'm building my business, playing some guitar improv and performing and working on meditative journeys and arranging my dimensions of how I'm carrying forth my intentions with my YouTube community and my business and etc. etc. You know, it's something obviously I've been exercising every day for like 11 months pretty much, give or take, you know, the breaks I've been taking. But it's interesting when I look at how much this inspires me, how much this fuels me and fires me up, you know, doing these streams, but of course, in a larger context, just growing this YouTube business. But the streams are a comprehensive part of it. It's complementary. It's just like there's very few things you can do that are more complementary. I don't know. I can't find that little piece I'm looking for. Oh, is that it? No. But yeah, there's few things more complementary than to just actively be, you know, plugged in to a live stream space and like real time you're creating, you're engaging and receiving feedback, of course, to your vision of your YouTube channel, and of course just creating and doing your whatever it is you do on this YouTube sphere. So I feel blessed to do that. I feel happy to be a part of that today. Gonna go outside too, pick my time, pick my limes off my tree. Magic. Yeah, I think honestly we're hitting the 2-hour mark. I think we are feeling called to exit the stream, make some potatoes, and maybe just go to the beach because the weather seems to be improving. I'm not sure if it's improved that much, but yeah, I hope you enjoy. I hope you enjoy picking those limes. Like that's actually legendary. If I had limes, I love around my neighborhood. I figured this out last year. There is like something like 30 pear trees and like 5 plum trees and like 5, 6 apple trees, to the degree of like people have these massive trees that are in clusters that they don't even pick their fruits off of. Like they just, there's so many pears. So I love that I can just wander around my neighborhood and go for runs and always find these like massive, like really trippy, like yellow pears and huge, like weird different types of pears, which is great. But yeah, it's, yeah, and honestly, like it's a thing that I've kind of danced around. I'm like, I don't want to, impose or take people's fruit, because if that's their fruit, but when they have like clusters of like hundreds of these things, it's just like it's falling all over the place and they're not picking it, and you're like, okay, well that's clearly for the community. That's community fruit. So it's just very dope to know that exists. I feel really, for whatever reason, that makes me really like full of happiness. Is fresh fruit from trees. Like, you just wander off and you get to just pick trees or pick fruit from trees. Man, it's just such a primal thing. But anyways, yeah, with that I think we'll probably wrap this up, organize ourselves, maybe just go to the beach. I don't know. Like that's it's hard to justify not going to the beach and just sitting there and watching water. If you have that option, it's kind of like, why be inside? Locked in this digital rat maze of technology when you could just be off of your phone, staring at a ocean wave and plunging into the water. Like that's like, it's so good for the soul. Unlike phones, which we're all staring at right now. But man, those phones though, god damn. I don't know. Anyways, well, thank you so much for being here, and deeply appreciate the support. Deeply appreciate you guys and the regular community chiming in. Like, you guys are legends. And shout out to the mods, to Miss Moderator Phoenix. I probably got to recruit more mods. I know our other mods, like Moonstars and a few others. They have like very busy personal lives, which is completely normal. Like, there's zero pressure expectations. But in the future, I think it'd behoove to recruit a moderator or two in the future. But I don't know. I also like to just moderate myself and facilitate a space that doesn't really require moderation. I think the way to do that is just to create a healthy space and just focus on creating beautiful music. But yeah, say la vie. Them phones. Yeah, them phones. AC. AIC. Huh. Yeah, bro. I don't know what that means, but I hear ya. Hello from Greenland. What genres do I like to play? Welcome, Greenland. That's beautiful. Yeah, we're in Canada here, so blessings from Canada. I play a lot of like progressive rock, I would say, or modern fingerstyle. We're kind of wrapping up here. Let me see if I can flip on a little. Something like that, just like weird fingerstyle, modern fingerstyle stuff. That's what I do a lot of. I do a lot of original music, and I create like meditative guitar and meditative sound journeys. That's like my focus. I mean, I do a lot more than that in the real world. I do like tons of different creative disciplines and electric guitar, but this is what I love to create on this channel. That's kind of like the focus. That being said, though, I actually discovered I can plug my Ibanez into this Tonewood amp. I can plug my Ibanez and actually play some of the silkiest, most extraordinary electric guitar acoustic sound. Really, I'll do this next time. I definitely have to plug this in probably tomorrow in my next upcoming stream. But it basically, I've somehow figured out the best way, at least in my opinion, to play like a silky acoustic guitar sound on my Ibanez. But yeah, I love to just play around with that. A lot of fingerstyle stuff. Why, thank you, Phoenix. Bless. You should hear the metal band Sissy Soak. Interesting. Yeah. Absolutely. I'll type that in, I suppose. Soak. Sissii. Right. Trippy, yeah. Sissock was a Greenlandic heavy metal band formed in 1994. Right. Huh. Mainly named after African animals, that the songs during their incarnation. Huh. Interesting recommendation. That's beautiful. I mean, that's cool that they're from Greenland. Yeah, Greenland. That's the ice. So that's your, yeah. That's so beautiful. I know there's this one local band that I discovered by seeing them live called In Pieces. They're like a very underground, like, I'd say hard rock, kind of grunge band that I saw live actually about a month and a bit ago. In Pieces. They're insane. Like, genuinely, it almost sounds like they sound kind of like Chris Cornell slash 3 Days Grace. Like, that's the lead man sounds like that. And then they have like beautiful silky electric guitar riffs. They're all young, like they're like my age or like younger, but they're straight from, you know, Vancouver, like in my general area. So it's just super dope. You know, In Pieces, super dope band. I'm really like mind blown. Yeah, Cassandra C. Moore. That is a good mix. Honestly, yeah, that's when I saw them live. I was literally like, what in the actual fuck? Like genuinely, like the dude literally sounds like Chris Cornell, the vocals, and then it's like, but he has like his own original sort of flair, and then it's like all this silky, like high energy, but like really dope hard rock and kind of like grunge. It's beautiful. Honestly, I love those guys. I gotta see them again sometime. But a wild experience to find those guys. Yeah. Magic. Can you play guitar with 505 by Arctic Monkeys? I love that song, bro. I love that song. But honestly, I mean, we're about to head out right quick. It's like, yeah, it's about 4 o'clock. Probably head to the beach. How about Conesis, who lives in, or cousins that live in Toronto? Oh, nice. Yeah, acoustic is magic. This is like... acoustic guitar all day long, yeah. Dude, yeah, 505 is amazing. That's genuinely... I actually do play that song and actually do cover it. Haven't covered it in a while because I'm not a cover artist. That's kind of a thing. I don't really do covers on these streams at all. Don't want to get demonetized. I also just don't lean into that. But yeah, I've listened to that song and played that song out a lot of times. Beautiful song. Arctic Monkeys are just incredible. Yeah. Chris Cornell stuff. Magic. Interesting. Handpan would sound cool. I agree. I actually would love to get my hands on a handpan and a tongue drum in the near future. It does sound, because I actually have some friends that are brilliant artists that I'll play like pan flute and all this guitar sound. Yeah. Oh, disconnected, reconnected. Fair enough. Fair enough. Well, with that, I think we're going to make the executive decision and put a close to this stream. Thank you so much for being here, and deeply appreciate the support. You know, with that, we'll do an outro. I don't know, I just shouldn't announce doing an outro. It's just do the outro. But yeah, feel free to subscribe if this channel resonates with you. I teach guitar, I do meditative sound journeys, and original music, and various types of YouTuber stuff. So if that resonates, feel free to subscribe to this channel, yeah? If you're not already. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day and a great night, and have a great life, as Wim Hof would say. Yeah. Hope you guys, yeah, have a, I don't know. Oh yes, honor yourself and honor each other. I don't know, I'm just, I haven't streamed in like a few days or a week's time, so. Also, feel free, no pressure, but I have a Ko-Fi. I don't know if that's something that you can't even scan or really, but if you feel so inclined, I have a Ko-Fi. Zero pressure, zero expectations, but it's a tipping platform. I don't know, if you desire to support this channel in that particular way, but no pressure, but it's Ko-Fi, Ko-F-I-A-S-E. You know, No pressure at all, but that's just what I have a Ko-Fi. And Ko-Fi is also just for you guys, if you're creators, is a tipping platform you can use that I find is way better than any tipping platform or just the YouTube super chat function. You know, you don't get ganked 30% off your overhead. So if you're a creator and you want to use Ko-Fi, super dope platform, very comprehensive, easy way to get tipped. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you, OPT. Thank you for being here, Jen. And peace out. Peace, FEV. I'm from Italy this time. Magic. Huh. We have 24 hours, not like the 16. Super dope. Well, blessings from Canada to Italy, brother. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. We'll see you guys in the next episode.